Hey guys, my name's Dom. Welcome to Beijing Capital Airport. So although I have been in Beijing for almost 8 years, today I'm going to act as if I've arrived for the first time and show you how easy it is to get around, how welcoming the airport is. So as soon as you touch down, it's going to be a smooth transition into your Beijing experience. It's a bit interesting to me walking down this aisle because I'm usually here to pick up my friends or family. I want to tell you immediately, as soon as you arrive, if you're like me, you probably want a coffee after a long flight. And I can see right here, there's a place called Manor Coffee, which has got 2 spots, so you can grab yourself a nice caffeine fix after your long flight. What I really like, what they've done in the airport all over Beijing is kind of the fusion and not forgetting the history. So you can see here, this big, it's actually a bowl that's used to put water in for fires. Obviously not now, but in the olden days, this is almost like a fire extinguisher. So if you do visit places like the Forbidden City, make sure you have a look out for these, often with the dragons on. What I immediately notice as well is how much English there is. English on every signs. So as long as you can read English and keep your eye out, you can direct the airport pretty easily. Speaking of the dragon decorations on the bowl, we're coming over to this beautiful dragon wall to give you a bit more of an intro to the airport. Another place to look out for special dragon walls like this, Beihai Park, which is very close to the Forbidden City. And a bit later, I'm going to tell you how you can get there very easily. But firstly, a bit more about this epic airport, which we have, I think last year, 2024, 67 million passengers passed through this airport from around 227 destinations from around 54 countries. And actually, you can see on the sign up here, we go to some really major cities, Singapore, Bangkok, London, Tokyo, LA, New York, even down to Havana, you can go through the airport here. And, fun fact for you, it's not just people who pass through Beijing. There are actually millions of birds that go through Beijing if you're into aviation, and it's recorded 519 different bird species that go through Beijing. So it's a really interesting place to be. And you're gonna immediately see this as soon as you come out of the arrivals. After you get your coffee, you're going to see the Beijing Service counter, nice bright lights in front of you, very welcoming. Again, with lots of English. So I can already see over here on the TV screens, it's saying the Wi-Fi, SIM cards, essential apps that you're going to need. Because Beijing is a very mobile country, or city and country in China, very cashless place as well. So our first stop here, we're coming to the payment services, how to pay for things.
Hi, sir, what can I help you?
Oh, I'm wondering what the best way to pay in Beijing is.
Okay, follow me.
Okay, thank you. Where are you taking me? Okay. So, I was just saying it's a very cashless city, Beijing, and China in general, but it always is good to just have a bit of cash in your pocket in case you need to buy things and in case you don't have internet. So what banks does the cash machine accept?
The Bank of China or the Bank of Beijing, and
Okay.
they support UnionPay, Visa, Master, American Express, and JCB.
Okay.
We have 10 yuan or 100 yuan bank
Okay.
notes.
Okay, that's good because I have 2 out of 3 of these. So I have Visa and MasterCard in my English bank accounts. So I can immediately come and get out, as you said, either 10 yuan or 100 yuan. I would recommend just getting out a few hundred yuan, which is only around $50, just to have in your pocket in case you need some cash and to buy certain things. And I mean, there's lots of English settings on here as well, so it's going to be easy for you to figure out how to use this and get your cash. Okay, so now I've got my cash, and I was saying it's a very cashless place, so I think it's a good idea to get a SIM with internet on so we can become cashless. So let's go get that. All right, so let's get myself a SIM card. Hello. Yes, please. I'd like to buy SIM cards. I can see you have lots of options, which are all in English again. So they go from 100 yuan to 250 yuan. It's from 7 days to 30 days, 30 gigabytes to 80 gigabytes. Let's go for the 7-day card, please.
This one, 100 yuan.
100 yuan. Okay,
This card no message.
no problem.
Do you have VPN?
I don't have VPN.
It's okay. I can need your passport.
Passport. Okay. There you go. I'm going to pay with cash, please.
Cash?
Yeah.
It's okay. 100 yuan.
Okay, got it. There you go. A nice clean 100 note. So it is really, honestly good just to have a bit of cash around. Even myself, I've been here for years. I always carry a bit of spare cash, especially if I'm going on my longer trips. All right.
Okay, SIM card is finished.
Wow.
I can help you store the SIM card.
Yes, please. We'll put it in this phone. That was so quick. Okay, and they've written the number on this card for me, which also has lots of English instructions. Got a customer service number. Awesome.
Okay, SIM card is working. You can try internet.
Amazing. Thank you. That's so quick. Thanks for your help. All right, now we're set up, a bit of cash. We've got my SIM card. I'm online. I can message my mum to say I've arrived. Okay. Now let's think about traveling around Beijing a bit. So let's go to the other service counter and ask how I can visit some of the cool Beijing sites. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm set up. I've got a bit of cash. I've got my SIM card, so I can get online, and now I can also become cashless. And now I'm thinking about what can I spend this money on? Where can I go? Things maybe I already want to see. You probably know that Beijing's packed full of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. One of the top ones, you know, the Great Wall of China. You've got in the centre, Forbidden City. You've got the Ming Tombs. You've got the Peking Man site. The latest edition last year, we had this one called the Central Axis. So there's this ancient Central Axis that were started in the Yuan dynasty over 700 years ago. And this is dead center of Beijing. It's 7.8 kilometer long axis with all sorts along the axis, starting from Yondingmen, got the Temple of Heaven along here, got the Forbidden City, got Jingshan Park. On the northern end, we've got the drum and bell towers. So this is a place you want to visit, and you can even do your own little walk along this central axis. I've also heard about something called the Beijing Pass, which makes it easier to be able to get into these sites and pay for tickets, which you can do all of them at on entrance, so you don't have to worry about pre-booking tickets. I know these guys can help me with the Beijing Pass. Hello. I was wondering if you can help me. I've heard of the Beijing Pass.
Beijing Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beijing Pass is
It's around here?
yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Thank you.
Two include.
Okay. The two. So you've got 100 yuan one and 50 yuan one. Lots of all Beijing sites are actually so affordable to get into, and I'm going to go to a couple maybe, or maybe 3. So we'll go for the 50 yuan one.
Yeah,
Get this one.
Okay.
And then okay on here.
And cash or Alipay or WeChat?
I'm going to do Alipay.
Yeah, Alipay is okay. You can scan this QR and to
Okay.
buy card.
Now I'm set up with the internet, and my Alipay is active now. I'm going to do scan this QR. And this Alipay, by the way, yeah, this is set up with my English bank account. So this is going to come straight out of my Monzo account, or Santander. Go on to pay. Almost, boom, paid.
Check
very
it
safe.
with a moment and
Okay.
the card is this.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's nice. And I can use this for
Yeah.
Temple of Heaven?
Yes, okay.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much. All right, we're set with our Beijing card, which you can use for lots of the tourist sites in Beijing. And speaking of souvenirs, I've actually got a few of these shops in downtown, one in Wangfujing, which are nice souvenirs that you can buy to bring back home. One of my favorites that I have in my house, Bing Dun Dun, which is the mascot for the Beijing Winter Olympics in 2022. And we've got some cool stamps here with the ancient central axis that I mentioned earlier in the masterpiece there. I said earlier when I was coming in, I saw some leaflets, and one that's caught my eye is this one, which says free layover service tour, which if you don't know already, you can get a 240-hour transit visa for free in Beijing for lots of countries. So if you are going to be transiting in Beijing, have a look online to see if you can make the most of this. And here there are routes to the Great Wall, Temple of Heaven, but I want to find out a bit more info. It does say where to meet, but I think these guys can help me a bit. So let's go ask them.
Help you?
Hello.
Hello?
I was wondering actually, how long is this trip?
Trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, for each trip it's about 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the layover trip, which is sponsored by the trip.com.
Yeah.
Free open to all international travelers who transit in the Capital International Airport. And there are two roads, as you can see. Road 1 is morning time, 7:30 a.m. for
Okay.
departure from the Capital International Airport to the Great Wall. So the Great Wall is so far, so it's only one place in the first tour.
Okay.
And there another one is for the afternoon tour guides, which is departure at 1:30 p.m. and back to airport at 9:30 p.m. About
Okay.
8 hours. It's inner city to the Temple of Heaven and Qianmen Street.
Nice.
Yeah, enjoy the architectures and also
Yeah.
famous snacks in Beijing. So for the all tours, actually you can see it's all free. Free
Yeah, I saw
transportation, free tickets, tour guides, and also internet service.
Okay.
Yeah, but for this service, you need, if you want to join in this tour, you can
Okay.
register and gather in the meeting point, which is near the Manor Coffee counter.
Okay. How do I register?
You can scan the QR code, or they have a QR code at the counter near the Manor Coffee. You can go to the scan and register for the tour.
Okay.
And before half hour of the departure time, you can meet tour guide at the counter. They
Okay.
will lead you together to enjoy the tour.
If I don't have internet, how do I scan the QR?
Oh, you can use the airport with free Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's great.
Thank you very
If like
much.
You can go there. No
Okay.
problem.
All right. Can I take this
Yeah,
as well?
sure, no problem. Feel
All
free.
right. Thanks very much. All right, guys, let's go register for the tour. I mentioned Temple of Heaven a few times already, and that's top of my list. So we're going to go jump on the afternoon tour and enjoy the free tour. Let's go. All right, guys, just to tell you a bit more about that 248-hour visa, which is 10 days. That's a long time to travel Beijing, but you can even go to other cities. So that's a good amount of time to explore and see a nice bit of China. All you need is a valid passport with at least 3 months on, and you'll need to show them your flight out of China, or you can be going via a cruise, so whatever transport it is outside of China. I can already see over here the trip.com that we were speaking about before, the free tour service, so I'm going to go and ask this guy a bit more info about what we're going to jump on. Hello.
Hi, how can I help you?
I'd like to join, I think, the half-day city tour to Temple of Heaven, Qianmen Street, Tiananmen Square,
Yep.
and then back to the airport.
So I'll just basically introduce the tour.
Okay.
So this tour is a free layover tour service designed for all the international travelers that
Yeah.
transiting over 8 hours. And as long as those tours suits your schedule and your interest, you are allowed to join this one.
Okay.
The first one is the journey to the Great Wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Starting at 7:30 a.m. and we are backing to the Beijing Capital International Airport at around 1 p.m. It depends on the traffic. And the second one is basically the Beijing city tour.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
starting at 1:30 p.m. and come back to the airport at 9 p.m.
Okay.
And we covered all the transportation,
Yeah.
the tickets for each places. And the tour guide also speak English, but we don't provide meals. Like
Okay.
you have to buy your own food. And other than that, it's all covered.
Okay.
And if you register, you just have to come here around 10 or 15 minutes before the trip started, because we leave on time.
Okay. So I think we're a bit late for the morning one now, but I want to go on the 1:30 one.
Oh,
We can
okay,
stop
perfect. And I'll just need some basic information to register for you.
Okay.
So, what is your nationality?
British.
Okay. And you flying from where to Beijing?
London.
From London. And also, what is your destination?
Going to Tokyo.
Tokyo. Perfect.
That's a dream trip. London to Beijing to Tokyo.
Yeah. And also, when is your next flight?
When?
Yeah, what time is our
let's
next?
say in 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And yep, you're all registered. You just
You've
have
registered me?
Yep.
Oh, okay,
You
cool.
just have to come here around 1:20 p.m.
Okay.
and sign your name on the form, and you're all good.
Wow. So I don't need to scan anything. You just registered for me.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you
worries.
very much. Cool.
And pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
Everything is honestly a lot easier than I expected. So I didn't need to scan the QR. I didn't need the internet. This guy that spoke amazing English just signed me up. Okay, guys. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to Visit Beijing. Thank you to the Capital Airport for having us here today. Whether you're coming to Beijing for a 12-hour transit, making the most of these free tours, whether you're making the most of the 240-hour free visa, whether you're coming on holiday for a month or longer, you should definitely be taking advantage of these 2 Beijing services. Help you get around the city, help your transition into your Beijing experience be nice and smooth. Thanks again. I'm going to go enjoy my free tour down to the Temple of Heaven, down to the Central Axis, and you enjoy your time when you come to Beijing. See you next time.